Going to New Orleans. So, another story out of New Orleans. Reading here from WVUE. Undercover cameras catch New Orleans police officers at home while clocking hours. Damn. So, another overtime story over here.
I would respect it if you weren't a piece of shit. I wouldn't give a fuck.
I'd respect it if I wasn't paying your fucking salary, dude. Yeah. Now I'm the boss. I'm the boss who's like, hey, whoa.
Bitch, get up. Whoa.
No stealing. You're stealing my time, bro. That's a fucking crime.
You got time to lean. You got time to stop a bank robbery? I don't fucking know. Oh, shit.
Yeah. If you got time to lean, you got time to go on Indeed.com and find a new job, for God's sake. Okay. New Orleans Police Department's highest overtime earner, Sergeant Henry Burke, collected $245,903.2024. Oh, that's the cop who shows up with the rims that keep spinning. That's the cop who shows up with the gold chain and the gold teeth. And why is this cop so fucking rich? My God.
Why is your gun golden? Yeah. Getting arrested, nigga. They got gold handcuffs. Come on, player. Give my PT crew. This nigga cop car is an Escalade with fucking
diamonds on my taser. Diamonds on my nightstick.
Yes, daddy. Oh, that's one of my bitches. Why is she in the cop car?
Yeah, where'd I get this chain? Working 54 hours a day for the New Orleans Police Department.
Nigga got a bulletproof mink coat on, baby. Oh, this is alpaca, baby.
All right, NOPD pay records show Burke earned nearly $250,000 despite a base salary of just over $83,000. Burke earned $121,460 in overtime last year, more than his regular salary. He was not alone among NOPD officers collecting substantial overtime pay. In 2024, 23 NOPD officers earned more in overtime than their base salary.
Crazy. Of course, and they'll never stop.
So
they
absurd.
Get that. What?
The majority were senior police officers, including Brandon Coleman, whose base salary was just over $64K in 2024. But with overtime and other pay, Coleman collected $217,000.
That is such a drastic difference in
Those are two different jobs, bro. Those are two different classes of society.
Exactly. You were taxed at different rates. That's not even what? What?
So ridiculous. And it's just the boldness of them to do this.
The fact that you are a $64,000 man and you walking around here with 245,000 energy. That's
Coleman claimed, so here we go. Coleman claimed to have worked 16 hours or more on 146 days last year, according to payroll records. Fox, so this is awesome right here. Again, this will be this whole episode. I want to do a homage to all you local news stations doing awesome work like this. Get this: Fox 8's undercover investigation uncovered potential discrepancies between officers' timesheets and their actual hours worked. On July 13th, an undercover camera captured Burke getting into a vehicle at 2:54 p.m. and driving away 1 minute later. His timesheet indicated he clocked in nearly 30 minutes earlier at 2:30 p.m. Burke lives outside Orleans Parish, and a typical trip from his house to his NOPD station takes about 25 minutes. 2 days later, a camera captured Burke returning home at 6:54 a.m., 6 minutes before he clocked out of his shift.
Damn.
So this fool was getting home, stretching, changing his clothes, pouring himself a double glass of scotch, probably before he goes back out on the road. But and he's still on the clock is the point while he's doing all this. On July 16th, Burke left his home at 3:02 p.m., more than 30 minutes after clocking in for his shift. NOPD Chief Ann Kirkpatrick says officers are not on duty when they are driving home from work. Quote, when their duty hour has come to an end, they're off duty. They have take-home vehicles, so they drive home. They're not on duty while they're driving home, Kirkpatrick said. On July 22nd, Coleman's initial timesheet indicated he worked a 16-hour-plus shift from 6:25 a.m. until 11 p.m., but video showed him entering his unit at 10:08 a.m. hours after clocking in. On July 28th, Coleman discovered the undercover camera. Despite finding it, the next day, Coleman clocked in at 6:25 a.m., but didn't leave his home until 7:41 a.m.
Which means he clearly has something else that they should be investigating. He probably was like, all right, I got to stop that coke operation. Fuck. Okay. He's not even thinking about the...
Shit. I really should unshackle that family in my basement. Got me.
He's like, okay. He's not even thinking about the overtime shit. He's like, okay. Flush all the drugs.
He's like, go home, unshackle the family, and then clock out of work.
Nigga, what? Imagine finding the camera. I would shit myself if I'm finding a fucking undercover. Oh my God, somebody's watching me.
Yeah, it's a camera. It says, "Oh shit, Fox 8 Live, secret hidden camera." God damn it.
245,000. Nigga, I wouldn't pay Superman that much money. I'd be like, yo, dog, we're gonna have to cut you. You're just gonna have to not patrol Florida.
Superman, look, we get it. There's no more crime on the streets. He really ruined the vibes here, dude. We used to have a good time.
I mean, 245,000. That just seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Just you better solve every crime in the fucking city.
Yeah.
Like 245.
And is police the only job where like you can just log your own overtime? You know what I mean? Like normally you ask for permission to work overtime because it costs money to work overtime. But cops, their boss is us, the taxpayer. So they get fucking infinite. They can take all of the money from us as they possibly want to go home and like massage their feet and unshackle the family that they've kept chained up.
It's crazy that it takes. This is how you know there is truly no police oversight, because this guy went from 64 to $245,000. You think at some point, like at $164,000, somebody in accounting would be like, Shaggy?
Yeah.
But they just let it go on for another $100,000. And it's just like physical proof that this is how long. I feel like this number, 64 to 245, just shows you how little police oversight there is. This man made triple his fucking...
triple his salary.
If you weren't a cop, and like Joffer said, if you weren't...
Yeah. And anyone listening who has a job, like, can you just log in your own overtime? I know the answer. Fuck no, you can't do that shit.
I cannot.
It's ridiculous.
Also, yeah. Also, aren't you salary? Like, I don't know. I thought salary people, you just...
Wow, I never even clocked that. That's a great point. Overtime is for hourly
worker. So how the fuck does that? I'm just the little I know. I thought salary, because I work overtime, but I don't get paid extra. I just get paid my salary. So
I used to be a teacher. That's fucking so much fucking overtime that you're fucking working there, and you don't get shit for that.
And I don't do overtime. I'm just kidding. I'm very lazy.
You don't do Daily Show overtime?
I don't.
You're not out there investigating, doing your own research on the streets.
Come here, Curtis Sliwa. Why I oughta?
He's like, oh no, the Daily Show writing staff is on to me.
No,
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you Daily Show writing staff working overtime on these streets.
The gag is here's the tea on that bit.
All right,
kind of close to true. Kind of close to true, except the character wasn't Curtis Sliwa. The one time I did almost get overtime for Daily Show was when I was with Marlon Wayans and we interviewed Eric Adams. I was the writer assigned to the Eric Adams interview, and we went out to this place, and I'll never forget. This was one of the funniest things. This is how I knew this nigga wasn't shit. This nigga ain't shit. We have the mayor of New York City. We're all day event. We're like prepping for like writing, all that shit, setting the scene. All like when we're very cognizant of Eric Adams' time, and we just he gets there. We do the interview, and we're trying to get him out. We think he has like what's your heart out? He goes, shit, I ain't got no heart out. What we doing after this? We were like, nigga, ain't there a city to run? What you mean? What we doing after this? Nigga, there's a housing crisis. Go solve that shit. It was the funniest thing I've ever heard a mayor, outside of like the crack mayor, him being like, shit, nigga, what we doing after this? Like the look in his eyes, like, because he was with Marlon.
I got a story. Also, when I was on Redacted Tonight, I went, also overtime work, didn't get paid for it, but I went when the cab drivers, the yellow cab drivers were on strike because their medallions were artificially inflated by the city of New York. So the debt they had for those medallions went from like $10,000 to like $500,000. And cab drivers were literally committing suicide over this because the debt was insane and crippling. And so these cab drivers are going on a hunger strike over this shit because it's life or death. That's the point. That's the point it was. So I went to go interview them, and guess who also was there, also on hunger strike?
I think I know the answer.
Was Assemblyman at the time, Assemblyman Zoran Mamdani.
Zaza Marijuani?
Yeah. So that was the first time I met him. I met him a couple times out on the streets. That was the first time I met him, and I was like, oh, this cat's sharp. This cat's going places.
Did you think he was
huh?
Did he have the aura then?
He had aura, yeah. So shout out to Zoran. Shout out to the new caliphate of New York City. And
stand, baby.
And let's
keep going.
We gotta go. Going to Chicago. More talk about where our tax dollars are going.
Via WGN, $172 million and counting. What taxpayers spent on misconduct claims tied to one Chicago detective.
And we've been covering this sort of case by case a little bit on our Patreon. And
that was written like a riddle, kind of, because $172 million was a headline, but basically, one Chicago detective is causing Chicago $172 million to the taxpayers. But the Chicago City Council is expected to approve a $17 million settlement in another wrongful conviction case involving a notorious former Chicago police detective. Jose Maisonette spent 27 years in prison for a double murder conviction that was later overturned amid allegations of misconduct by Ronaldo Guevara. Maisonette claimed in legal filings that Guevara beat him during a lengthy interrogation, forcing him to falsely confess to the 1990 killings of two brothers on the northwest side. Already, Chicago taxpayers have spent $94.1 million to settle legal claims with 7 men who allege they were framed by Guevara. If Maisonette is paid, that tab could increase to $111 million. There are at least 35 lawsuits pending in federal court, with more expected to be filed. This guy was just beating niggas up.
Yeah. This was Chicago policing in the 90s, just like, all right, time to use those interrogation skills I learned
from Israel.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mossad. Yeah. Come here.
Yeah.
But in total, taxpayers have spent a total of more than $172 million to settle, review, and defend claims of misconduct in murder cases investigated by Guevara. According to a review of public records by WGN Investigates, that includes payments to outside law firms in addition to the $27.2 million that Cook County has paid in settlements.
So real quick on that. So it's like
this one
on one end, it's like, oh man, how's the poor city of Chicago going to afford all these settlements? Well, look where that money's going. All that money to fucking defend these fucking crooked ass cops. It's like, at what point, how many fucking cases of this guy Guevara do you need to see of him kidnapping black teenagers, beating the shit out of them, and then throwing them in prison? Do you have to where you can just give money directly to what the people are asking for, his victims, rather than spending all this money on outside law firms to fucking defend this guy?
Well, the good news is, luckily for Chicago, the citizens can rest easy knowing that this is the one bad cop in Chicago, and they don't have to worry about any other police settlements.
It's a systemic issue about this one guy.
Specific guy.
He's the system. Systemic issue solved.
But the city council recently approved $90 million global settlement to resolve nearly 200 lawsuits involving another former Chicago police officer as the head of...
Oh, wait. There's 2 of them. Sorry. We misspoke.
One.
All right, there's 2. Fine, you got us.
Spoke too soon. As the head of the crew that worked in Southside Public Housing Complex, Ronald Watts has been accused in legal filings of making wrongful arrests in numerous drug cases. The global settlement was seen as a way to quickly and efficiently reduce the backlog of lawsuits tied to Watts' alleged misconduct. Observers say a similar plan may also make sense for the Guevara cases, although the price tag would be significantly higher. Guevara retired from Chicago police in 2005 2005. In legal proceedings, he has repeatedly invoked his Fifth Amendment right and declined to comment. Records show Guevara collects 2 taxpayer-funded pensions from the city. In all, he has collected more than $1.6 million. This dude.
So spent the 90s beating the shit out of black kids, throwing them in prison falsely. And like you said, we were having a Patreon talking about this guy, or maybe it was the other guy, but one of these detectives in Chicago from the 90s, and you liken them to a serial killer. And I love that because that's it, going person to person, kid to kid, and throwing them in prison for life. And now they're finally getting exonerated. This guy, Guevara, pleads the Fifth, so he's retired, collecting 2 different pensions while pleading the Fifth. And I looked it up. He is not currently facing any charges for anything he's done. He's just retired right now, collecting 2 separate pensions. So far, over $1.6 million.
And these people's life is worth way more than the settlement that they're getting. I don't care how much money. Yeah, I know you'll be happy when you get millions of dollars for sure. But, bro, money fell off. Materialism fell off. Nigga, I want my life. Fuck all that.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
But they can't do. They can't
do
that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what hurts me even on a fucking like just spiritual level. I'm like, nigga, I would much rather have 15 years of life than $111 million. I mean, let me think that out. Yeah, I would. I would rather have 15 years of life than $111 million. Because, not just the joke that materialism and capitalism fucking just sucks. It's like, what am I going to do? Get an Uber? Yeah, paying for my life is one thing, but I'd rather have that life to live than millions of dollars. But this dude took that option away from these people.
Yeah. Guevara, and then the other guy they mentioned, Watts. So he has been convicted of everything that he did, and he spent 22 months in jail.
22 fucking months.
Yeah.
You should spend the accumulated amount of time that you gave other people.
If we gotta have prisons, look, I imagine a world where our prison system is vastly different than what we got right now. And I think that makes me a prison abolitionist. The type of jail system we got right now, I want to get rid of that. I want to replace it with something humane and restorative. But if we gotta have these prisons, might as well include these fucking guys who are throwing innocent people in there. That seems fair to me.
We should. I don't know.
Goddamn.
This is fucked up. That is wholeheartedly fucked up. Like, this is like I don't even know what the judicial system thinks is evil anymore. Like, this is one of the most evil things you could fucking do. Like, as a person with this power that we give you, they've always used it. They always use their power in bad ways. But this is literally the inverse of what you should be doing with the power we gave you. You're supposed to be locking up criminals. You're locking up innocent people and collecting checks.
This is like the picture of corrupt policing. Yeah. Like, this is like, look at this. His crew that worked in Southside Public Housing Complex. So Southside Chicago Public Housing Complex, kidnapping black kids, throwing them in an interrogation room, beating the shit out of them to get a false confession, and then throwing them in prison only for them to be exonerated decades later. Like, this is the exact thing that people imagine when they're thinking about corrupt policing.
Yeah, this is fucked up, but...
And so that's some of our tax dollars going to those settlements. The rest of our tax dollars go into those very cops' overtime, because they work hard overtime going and patrolling these projects in black neighborhoods. I mean, they deserve $245,000. That's how I feel.
Crazy part, he was drunk the whole time. Sorry, I was a little buzzed.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, 90s? Dude, I was blacked out that whole time.
Dude. Come on, who remembers the night? We were all locking up black kids.
We were all in the South Side Project, right? Guys, come on. You were there. You weren't?
Shit.
Oh, you're investigating me. Nice to meet you, but I've done some investigating myself.
God damn.